Music.
Brick by brick by brick by brick by brick.
I own 100% of Barstool Sports. The sun, the moon, the Milky Way. It is getting so close, I can taste it. We can take a bite out of it. This is exactly, and I mean exactly, why Barstool Sports has to exist. It has to.
Hello. Welcome back to another week of Barstool Radio. It is Monday, January 29th.
That song's kind of a banger.
I know it is.
Wait, is it the 29th?
I thought it was the 28th, and I just
No,
looked
it's
at the
29th.
thing. It's 29th, yeah, but I had to double check. Monday the 29th.
Just recalibrate my Rolex.
Yeah.
Exactly 3 months before my birthday.
Oh my God, happy almost
A
birthday.
9/12 birthday.
Yeah, no,
Three
three fourths. Yeah.
3/4.
We're less than a month away from my birthday.
Oh,
Nobody
shit,
cares.
it's coming up soon.
It's also
I care,
our
so.
that guy Stefan's birthday. I just gotta throw that out.
Right now it's his
Oh,
birthday.
yeah.
Happy birthday, Stefan. Happy birthday,
Wait,
Stefan.
Stefan's in Chicago.
Who
Yeah, but
cares?
he
Who
can
cares?
hear
It's
it.
my 3/4 birthday.
I'll try to start a fundraiser to get him hair plugs for his wedding. So
Oh, good. Okay. Do that. Also, you're echoing out of somebody else's mic, by the way, Nick. But I like that. Initiative you're taking to get Stefan hair plugs for his wedding. Happy birthday, Stefan, and hopefully you get hair plugs for your wedding out of the GoFundMe. But
Wait, Kel,
yeah.
did you know that Turkey is where men go to get their hair plugs
Yes, I
done?
did.
Yeah.
Yes, I did, but it's a double-edged sword. A lot of people are doing it, and it sounds great, but also you run the risk of getting a kidney swiped out at the same time.
That's all a.
I don't know if it is.
That's all a myth. I spoke to doctors about that.
Oh, you did?
That sort of.
It's one of those like.
What's that called?
Marilyn Manson took his rib out to suck his own dick.
Yeah, that what is it called when there's like
A lie?
urban legend.
Urban legend.
When
Is
someone
it,
wakes up in a hotel bathroom, they don't know what's going on. They're in a bathtub full of ice, and their kidneys have been removed on the black market.
Mm-hmm.
That's not possible. It
It's
turns
not
out
possible
you can't.
Listen, people are telling me. I'm hearing what I'm hearing. I'm hearing.
What do you mean it's
whispers.
not possible?
That's not how a kidney removal can be done. You'd need to go to a proper. First of all, I think they said you wouldn't survive it.
Well,
None of
yes.
this is
If
how.
I'm thinking logistically, of course that sounds fucking insane. You don't get put under for a procedure on your head. It's probably not even the same kind of anesthesia. It's probably not the same amount of time. Whatever it is, you could figure it all out. But I think that
You go
It's-
under for a
if
hair
you-
transplant?
Yeah, that's a little
Yeah.
surprising.
yeah.
Oh.
But it's you have, it's because it's invasive. It's they go in and they place follicles inside of your existing the pores in your head that once held hair. They put it in there. They put the solution, and it grows. Hair grows back.
Oh.
But they move hair from other places and put it back,
Into your head?
existing follicles, and put it back into the dead follicles. That's how it works.
I'm told that the price of a hair transplant surgery in Turkey is 1/5 or even less.
Yeah, that's what everybody
of the
says.
cost of doing it in America, and that when you fly Turkish Airlines home, you'll see lots and lots of American men wearing bandages all over their head on the flight.
Well, it's not
You
just.
see
hilarious.
bald men on the way there.
Yes.
And bandaged men back.
And people get nose jobs in Turkey a lot.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I guess just plastic surgery in general is a lot cheaper.
Yeah, I don't know
Oh.
what that's all about.
Yeah.
I do know that our guy Tony Romo had hair plugs.
Oh,
Who was on last night? I looked it up. Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay. I
Did
said
have
something
them.
about that last week. It's what's going on in that front hair? It looks
He
like
got hair plugs. So
Yeah,
I hadn't
okay.
seen him in a long time, and obviously
Spot Tommy.
the first time I'm seeing him was yesterday during the Chiefs Ravens game, which we will get into momentarily. But I saw him and I was like, first of all, who the fuck is that? His face looks totally different. I don't know if he got filler in his cheeks, maybe.
Oh.
But then I noticed his hair. I said, oh, he definitely got hair plugs. His hair used to be so thin. I remember it being a part of it. Googled it. He has spoken out about his hair journey, and
Hell
good
yeah.
for him. Good for him.
He
You
looks
gotta
What's
own
wrong with
it.
that?
You got to own it if
Absolutely
you're a public
nothing wrong with that.
person.
Yeah, you have to own it.
He just
People are
has-
going to know.
He's in I don't know if he's in the in between, but you can tell up front a little bit at the moment. But not to point it out before the big day, before the Super Bowl. He's announcing it. When did Tony Romo become the guy with Jim Nance forever? Is it just been the two of them? They're the
4
stars.
years ago, maybe ish.
4.
No, maybe more than that. Probably longer than that at that point. It's probably been 5 or 6 years.
Well, good for him.
People have been hating on them a lot recently.
Oh,
I've
no.
been seeing that. I've been
Yeah,
seeing
I mean, because when Romo
it's
first came
fun.
in the game, he was predicting every single play. Oh yeah, so he
That
was
was
there in
in-
2018. So it's at least 6 years. Like I think the Chiefs Pats AFC Championship in 2018, he was predicting like every play. Everybody's like, this guy's a genius. And now people are like, Tony Romo's fucking annoying.
Oh, they don't like when he predicts now.
I think that
They say that it's the vibe. I mean, this is one article I read, that it's the vibe of a grouchy uncle and like his nephew trying to crack a lot of jokes.
Well, it's like
but like I
it's
kind of
like
like the
Muppets.
dynamic that
it's
they
like the
have.
guys up on the balcony in the Muppets. That's what I think of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah, are you ill?
You don't know the guys
am
in
ill,
the
yeah.
Muppets?
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm ill too. Yeah.
Everyone in this office is ill.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
Meek
Sorry,
Phil was
Francis.
patient zero.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I was thinking about this yesterday when I was.
I'm not bad anymore. My worst of it was last week.
Yeah, I was sick
This
last
office- I
just have
Wednesday,
a lingering
Thursday,
cough.
Friday. Yes.
I have
I got something
already
Thursday.
done my fucking time. I've had the cold twice.
You had it
this year,
first. You had it first.
And I don't want it again. I'm done.
No.
I'm sick of this shit.
I think that's fine, Francis. I also was sick at the first week we got back, and then I got better, and everyone got me sick again. It's fucking insane. This place is like a daycare. Like
Yeah,
you drop
everyone's
your fucking
making
kids
out.
off, and you know everybody's sick, and I think it's because we all talk on the same microphones and whatever. But
Yeah.
like the whole place is down right now.
So
There's
tired.
also like a
Down
double
bad.
standard because if you come into work and you're sick and you're like coughing into the mic, people are like, ew, that's disgusting. Like, don't cough into the mic. You're so gross. But then if you don't come into work, people are like, oh my God, you don't work at all. You're
Yeah, exactly.
you're
Welcome to my
shit.
life, Gia.
Yeah,
Welcome to
yeah.
my life. But throw some L's in the chat because
my cough.
for my cough, but also we are about to talk about Taylor Swift, and there's nothing anybody can do to stop me and Gia because the Kansas City Chiefs have won the AFC championship and are going to the Super Bowl, which means that Taylor Swift will be at the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And any like bad vibes that I've had, you know, I had going into the weekend, I was like, oh man, I don't know, like bad vibes weekend, whatever, have been completely turned around, and I have faith in the world again. And I'm so happy that this is happening because people are fucking pissed, and it just makes me happier. It makes me feel more powerful.
I'm embarrassed to ask. Has she done a halftime show yet?
No,
No.
she refuses. They've
Can you
asked her.
imagine
They've asked her like 9 times.
She
if
came out with
she
Usher?
had done this
already
Super Bowl
scheduled.
halftime show? I think that's like the only way the faceless suits could have pulled the puppet strings better on the bureaucracy, which coaxed.
They asked her. They begged her. She said no. And also, she has she starts back up her tour that same weekend. She's in Tokyo, Japan, and she's there the 7th, 9th, and 10th. And the 10th is a Saturday, and so she will be finishing her concert and then like getting on a plane and coming back in time for the Super Bowl in America on Sunday in Las Vegas.
What a hero.
I know. And so I'm just really looking forward to it.
What a trooper.
I think
Yeah.
that she, you know, she went on the field. Gia and I are going to talk about this at length on Taylor Watch if you guys are interested. But like, I just can't believe how fucking famous this person is and how this all kind of played out. Like, I watched the whole game yesterday.
It's just crazy that she's like the most famous person in the world and he's like the best.
He's like the best
It's
right
just
now.
a movie.
It's crazy. They let him give the little speech, fight for your right to party, whole thing.
You
Why-
hated that.
I hated
Why
it.
does he do that?
I hated it. Well, I hated it when he did it last year or whatever, or
Yeah.
last time he did it. I
Super,
hated
you
it.
did when they won the Super
Yeah.
It's so cringe. That's like
That
the
was my
one-
first, like when he did it at the Super Bowl, that was the first time I ever knew who Travis Kelce was. And I said, who's this asshole? And like, and then from there on, I was like, but I, you know, now that we know him, I understand. And it's more of like all right, like, haha, they're a bunch of bros. They're doing their thing. I'm not going to like steal their shine or stomp on their shine
Yeah.
because they just won that fucking game. In terms of football, I brought Tommy on, not as the only sports person, but just so Francis would have someone else that, you know, Gia knows too, but I know nothing about the game itself yesterday. I watched the whole thing, and as far as I can tell, as a person who knows nothing, the Ravens just choked, I think.
Yes, but
Everybody said how
before
good- everybody
before
said
we
how
get
good
into
they
that,
were.
Can we? Let me ask you this:
Yeah.
Are you two not getting a little tired of it too?
No.
Of what?
Of
what?
of the shoving them front and center, of making them the fucking show?
The only thing I'm sick of is people blaming Taylor Swift for anything that has to do with anything. You know what I mean? Like,
All right.
Then you can't
That's what
give
I'm
her. You
sick of.
can't give her credit for them winning. Also,
Let me ask you.
I saw a tweet like that too, Tommy.
There was
You didn't think of
yesterday-
that idea originally.
no, I know it. Yes, I did. What are you talking
I
about?
believe you. I
That's not the most original thought in
I
the
think
world.
that her having his back is it's invigorating for the team. It's nice to have like the star power.
You can't
it's nice to
actually
have the
believe
attention. Yeah, I think that she's extremely supportive, and I think with the Chiefs perform well with all eyes on them.
She had like a. I mean, and let me be clear. I was very much when like people were like blaming Taylor Swift for them playing poorly. I thought that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that's right. That's
But
crazy.
But you legitimately believe she's had like a positive impact on the team?
Yes, I don't think that she. It's not.
You
the
think
same.
she deserves some credit for them being in the Super Bowl?
No, absolutely not. What are you talking about? I think
Well, that's what I'm asking.
You're asking how she had a positive impact on the team morale-wise. Sure, she's the most famous person in the world. She's showing up their games. She's cheering them on. Everyone's paying attention. They perform well in the spotlight. What's wrong with that?
Do you think it's
Support. It's the same thing as if you were doing something and like Dave and Dan showed up. You feel better about what you're doing. 'Cause they're there.
I mean, maybe Travis himself. I think the Chiefs just won because they're just a fucking unbelievable
No, of
team.
course they won because they're an unbelievable team. I'm just saying that it's nice. It's nice when someone of such stature supports you, and despite the fame, is willing to do all the things like go on the fucking field and kiss her boyfriend and do whatever and show that she like is into it.
She hiked, she rappelled down from her little skybox and dared to venture out without pads
Well, it's
onto
very
the gridiron.
I mean, it's so dangerous. Like I feel like you guys are downplaying how fucking like she's had a stalker arrested 3 days ago.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't see. Look, I'm not anti-Taylor. I think she is the bigger star, and that Travis Kelce is gaining so much stature, probably endorsements, all this shit from his high-profile relationship.
He's gonna end up
with
being
her.
like The Rock after his career.
Yeah.
For sure, which I
But-
think is like kind of what he wants. Like he
He
seems
said
to
he
want,
wants to do acting after.
Yeah.
But I
all
also
of it.
think let's not kid ourselves that she is certainly aware of the PR benefits of dating a very beloved, high-profile tight end.
Francis, you're so far behind on the
Yeah.
times with this. We had this
This is
argument
like a
6
conversation.
months
Oh, okay.
ago,
All right. Well,
like-
then let's move on. I honestly, I'm sorry.
This is
I
like
am behind.
Well, yes. Okay. So that's like a 6-month-old argument where in the world does Taylor Swift need Travis Kelce for
She
any
doesn't.
sort of PR whatsoever?
Why does she keep coming to the games?
Because she
loves
loves her boyfriend.
I think it's
That's
because
the
it's
whole
fun.
point.
I think it's because
Oh
it's
yeah,
fun.
and she's having fun. Yes, she brings
fun
her
to
best
go
friend.
to a football game.
Totally, and I
Absolutely.
think she's realized like, oh my god, wait, this is actually such a fun thing to do because she's never gone to any professional sports game before.
No, this is the first time. So anyway, so
If-
Taylor Swift aside, I think that that people can now like I love that they won for 2 reasons. One, I think that they work really hard. Obviously, they won the fucking game. But I also think too that I love the amount of people that are pissed off about like not. They put their money where their mouth is. You know,
Hey,
what
Francis, what were you gonna say?
I think if the Chiefs win, Travis Kelce's going to propose.
No way.
I mean? No,
No.
that's
I think on the
tacky.
field.
Taylor Swift does
It's
not
so
want to get
tacky.
proposed to at the
So
fucking
tacky.
Super Bowl.
No, it's
Watch.
so tacky. Like,
Watch.
If that happens, then I will be someone who's like, all right, this might have all been fucking.
No, I
bizarre.
agree. I agree.
Yeah.
Watch
And
it
I
happen.
might start raising eyebrows.
Yeah.
I would not think a Super
He's
Bowl
buying a ring
proposal is
right
cute.
now.
Right
Maybe they'll
Buying
get
a ring.
engaged around the time, but no, I really don't.
Wouldn't
They've
that be
only-
great?
They've only been
No.
dating for like 5 months.
It's
That's what I'm saying.
happening. It's
Everyone's-
fucking happening.
It's not happening at the Super Bowl. There's no. That to me is just like.
All right,
it's
you want to
also
put a
that's
bet on it,
Travis's time.
Francis?
I do.
Ooh, there you go.
And I have to have better odds because
Yeah.
it's less likely than not
Okay,
to
so
happen.
if she does,
If first of all, it won't happen if they lose.
okay.
It won't happen if they lose because
Yeah,
that
well,
would be
no, that would
Of course
be
not. Of course
ridiculous.
Weird. Yeah.
If the Chiefs win,
Mm.
I think Travis Kelce's going to propose on the field.
On the field?
Let's just say that night.
Okay.
Can you give me that?
Sure.
I think
So
he's
it could be you're
proposing
saying
that.
afterwards at a
After party.
dinner after
There will
party.
be fucking
Alone together or
cameras around.
something.
I can guarantee you that much.
No, I think that they will have a very intimate engagement.
He's not going to do it on a beach where some paparazzi with a telephoto lens hidden in shrubbery somewhere distant catches a hazy
No,
Yeti-like photo of him taking a knee.
I think they might go to like outer fucking space. Like let's get as far away as we can.
Yes, well, he's going to get her a ring that we will be able to see from some other
I
nebula.
hope
That's
so.
true. That
Although
is
that's not
true.
really her vibe. Like her vibe isn't. I mean, she loves to be jeweled. We know that, but I don't think she would run around wearing like a
Bejeweled.
like a 8-carat diamond. You know
like
what I mean?
that.
Like a 10-carat like Kim Kardashian style diamond. Like she would never. That's not really her thing.
No, she'll buy a conflict-free,
Yeah.
diamond that offsets
Yeah.
the carbon footprint from her private jet travel.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so everybody's pissed off. I loved, I saw this morning somebody tweeted, shout out to everybody on Rumble right now. Someone tweeted, hold on, I sent it to my dad, obviously. It said, Fox News tweeted, touchdown, Taylor Swift lands in Baltimore ahead of AFC Championship. Jet belches tons of CO2 emissions. And someone said, Taylor Swift is so powerful that she now is Fox News finally admitting climate change is bad. Which I think
But-
it's hilarious.
So, I mean, I like when it's like Leonardo DiCaprio being like, oh, fucking, complaining about climate change, takes a private jet. That's obviously hypocritical. Does Taylor Swift say anything about climate change?
No, she says
Yeah,
nothing.
so it's like, yeah,
She's
fine,
never-
take your private
she's
jet.
never said a single thing about
Right,
it.
like if she
I'm
was
sure
like
she cares about the
preaching,
world, but
like if she was like preaching about it, like
No.
we got to save the environment. but
never once.
maybe she doesn't give
Never.
a fuck about the environment. She's like, yeah, I'm taking these private jets. Then
Yeah.
they'd be like, go off, queen.
I
Well,
kind
speaking
of I
of-
love that energy. Well, you hate
I hate
the environment. Yeah, you hate the environment.
Speaking of kind of that,
What do you mean you hate the environment?
I'm just not into the global warming stuff and all that.
He doesn't believe in climate change, Loki.
Oh.
I just like when it's warm in the winter. I know I believe it. I
No,
just
you
I
want
root
climate-
for
you
it.
root
yeah,
for it.
yeah.
That's
I
right,
hope it's
sorry.
real,
Oh.
and I like when it's warm in the winter, and the effects of it will not have any effect on me.
Yeah.
This conspiracy theory though that I've been in on, I saw a poll that 1/5 of Taylor Swift supporters, or maybe 1/5 of Taylor Swift supporters would vote for whoever she endorses in the presidential election if she did that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Would switch. So what
honestly-
they're doing, the NFL, they set this all up. We're gonna have
Okay.
Taylor date Travis.
Mm.
They're gonna, date the whole year. We're gonna put Taylor on a bigger
Liberal
spotlight than
agenda.
she's ever been before.
Okay.
And then in October, when she's at her top, I endorse Joe Biden. One last thing in their playbook. What do we think?
Travis
of that?
is
She-
like a Democrat? Is he known
No.
to be, or?
He's not.
I would
he's
imagine
not,
he's a Trump guy if I had to take a guess.
Really?
dude,
he's the
no.
face of
He's,
Pfizer.
Yeah,
the
I think he's.
vaccine
I think
guy.
He just
he's
took money.
So
I don't
he's
think he
probably
has
socially
many
liberal.
political opinions.
I'm sure he's socially
Yeah,
liberal, fiscally conservative, just like
I
everybody.
bet you
fucking
he's going to
else.
do whatever she tells him to do because she pegs him.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. He's like
That
a
would be
he's like a
awesome.
bro from like rural Ohio.
Yeah.
I bet he's like, I like this guy.
We got a little bit of that going on.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Travis, I don't know. I disagree. I think that he's thinking else otherwise.
I don't know. I don't
know.
think he's thinking a lot about politics.
Nothing that I've seen. Although
Yeah,
he's,
no,
he's
I
a
doubt he
billionaire.
cares about.
It's hard to say
politics at
anything
all.
about people with money because it's a totally different thing when you have money like that.
Chiefs are the same color as the MAGA hat.
Oh,
True. Shit, it was the inspiration.
Lamar Jackson, big Trump guy. He just went down yesterday. Tweeted at Trump a few
Wait,
years ago.
no shit, really?
The
Yeah, I
most
remember
random
that.
tweet of
Wait,
all
but
time.
wow, before or after the game?
What? This was like
so this was
4
like
years
yeah,
ago.
this was a really. long time ago.
Sorry. Or no. Well, when did people find out? You said he tweeted it out yesterday.
No, he tweeted
Oh no,
it
he
like
tweeted this out
2
years.
or
ago.
Oh,
3
sorry,
years ago,
sorry.
Yeah.
I want to talk for real about the game a little bit though. Is that crazy?
No,
That I want to talk about that. I have a couple questions. Can I ask them?
sure, yeah.
Borrowing.
People are
aside-
probably gonna be like, "Oh, fucking football," but I mean, I watch a lot of football.
I don't care.
I have
yeah.
a tickler
Well, no,
file.
I wouldn't ask questions that you need to know in depth.
What'd you say?
I have a tickler file. Every week I watch football this year. I wrote down notes of things that I
Oh.
thought.
Okay.
What's tickler?
Like keep that in your put that in your tickler file.
I've never heard
I've
that.
never
saying.
heard that
Never heard
either.
that?
No.
Is it like an app or that's like an expression?
No, I do it in my notes. I do it in my notes app.
Your tickler?
Well, I
tickler
put
file.
things in my notes app as well, but I don't call them tickler.
No, tickler file is a term. Put that
Yeah,
in your tickler
That's
file.
that's a very common phrase.
yeah, it's
I've never heard it.
incredibly
I've
common.
never
Never heard it.
I thought I was
in
going
life.
fucking crazy for a
No,
second.
no, it's very common.
Wow, I've
Wow, no one
never
else on
heard
the panel,
that.
not even
Yeah.
Harvard over here knows.
I'd never heard of it. It's
Tickler.
like one of those regional things,
It
probably.
kind of sounds like the diddle
I'm
file.
from
but we're all
Chicago.
from the same region.
He's from New Jersey.
No, I'm from Chicago.
shit.
Like we got a spread of people back here.
Where's
Definitely
Stinko
heard that.
from?
How many people in the booth have heard of a tickler file? All of you.
Except for Diego.
It does
Nico?
sound like the hard drive that you would hide like
Epstein's
totally. It sounds like
dossier of options.
sounds like where like a diddler would put like his like
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a way to camouflage a trove of child pornography.
Sounds
in
really
my tickler
weird.
file.
Yeah. Which
But,
tickler am I spending time with today?
That's so bizarre.
Yeah, because the word tickle is just so weird to me.
I hate
That's
it.
disgusting.
I wanted to borrow though a segment from our friends over at New Heights,
Oh,
Jason and Travis Kelce's podcast.
new news?
No, I love new news.
No dumb
though.
questions?
No dumb questions is what I want to bring up. And I want to ask the serious question of there was a little bit of beef going into this game. The Chiefs came out on the Ravens field to start practicing.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The Ravens kicker was already out there. Tucker?
Justin Tucker,
Yeah.
And
Best kicker
so-
ever, probably.
Cool. And so that's all happening. They come out and they start kind of fucking with him and throwing his little thing away. And I was just curious, like, why?
It seemed friendly. I think.
It seemed friendly? Okay.
Oh,
Everyone made such a big deal out about it.
I don't know.
The one with Mahomes definitely seemed.
When he threw it
you
on the
could see
thing.
him smiling.
But why does so why do they have to be so close to each other? Like, what is the? Why can't they practice on the other sides of the fields? I
If
know.
I had,
everybody
I
said
mean,
that-
you do practice on the other side of the fields. If I had to guess, maybe something with the kicker is.
Kicker
Yeah, because
needs
you're
to
kicking
be
on their
away.
side.
People were
Right.
saying something about the wind that they get to kick on both sides, and I was like, oh, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But then when he comes over to the Chiefs' side,
They were probably starting on that side, like scoring on that side, so he probably wanted to kick on that side because the wind or whatever.
Yeah,
Well, they
for
wouldn't
sure. That
know
makes
yet
sense.
till the coin toss, but you know you're gonna
Oh,
kick. You know you're gonna kick.
no,
on
yeah.
both
People were
sides.
saying that they
You kick on both
practice-
sides throughout the game.
Yeah.
In some.
People were
form or
saying
fashion.
that you kick on both sides no matter what to practice, and so I was like, okay. But to me, I was like, all right, the Chiefs are coming out here, and you're just right up in their kitchen, like, and everybody was like, it's his house, he can do what he wants, and I was like, I think that he was already there though before they came out, and now he's just still there. It seems like little girl shit, and I wanted to know about it.
I saw like a
You know?
couple videos. I thought it was just like I thought they were just fucking with them.
Do you?
Like,
Yeah, I
like fucking
think they
around.
were
That's-
just-
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I took it as the Chiefs being like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I know, because
Yeah.
Mahomes kind of did it in like a sassy
And it
way.
was
He,
sort
like,
of
His
like-
face was very sassy. His
Yeah.
face was extremely sassy.
They know.
Second throw Mahomes did. Justin Tucker. It seemed like Justin Tucker was having fun with it, and then when he kept doing it, he might have been like, "All right, man."
Well, he
Yeah,
turned
I
his
get
head
the
after
deal.
setting up the T thing again, and
Yeah.
then Mahomes did it, and he looked back, and it, he's a little kicker. He's not gonna like
Yeah.
marshal his goons to come.
I also think,
defend him.
yeah, it's also, I think over the past couple weeks, it's kind of been proven that Pat is kind of a big crybaby. Like,
Yeah.
he's a big child.
I don't know.
I feel
I'm
like-
still very in on Patrick Mahomes.
I don't
Well,
know.
of course you're.
He's
in
a
on him.
competitor.
He's very good, but
I just think after the whole Tony,
Tony, yeah.
thing,
The Bills game was not great. Where he was complaining about that.
Yeah, when he went
He
to
looked
Josh
like
Allen
such a-
after.
Yeah, that.
crybaby.
I don't know. That's competitive spirit. That's fine.
Yeah, I
Well,
get
I
it.
want a
mean,
guy pissed that
I
he
would be
lost.
pissed off too, but like at a certain point, you kind of have to let it die because you know you're in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like
Well, he did
you have
it.
to rewatch the
Yeah.
tape and see that he was blatantly offsides.
Yeah, that wasn't great. I thought that was going to be his maybe Steph Curry mouth guard moment where I remember when Steph Curry
I do know
threw his
that.
mouth guard and everybody was like, "Fuck this guy, we hate Steph Curry."
Yeah. It's
But
crazy.
it seems like Mahomes, he's just too good.
The facade kind of cracked a little bit.
Yeah. I don't mind frustration in the slightest because I cannot control my emotions in most scenarios. I think that sometimes you just freak out.
You gotta let it fly.
You just
Tommy,
let it go.
I think you're wrong. I think
Shit.
that the Chiefs have fallen out of public favor,
Oh, they have.
and that they're
what?
They have a little bit,
they've
but
become like the Patriots. The rest of the
Oh.
country, they're so good.
it's become
Oh,
The
almost
rest of the
like a
country is sick of
but
them.
it's become now. I think I noticed it after the Bills and I think the Chiefs were hated earlier this year, and after the Bills win and the Ravens win now, it's just gone to like respect.
I also think people hate the
I
Niners
don't.
more.
I don't know that.
I think it's a hate, but it's the same thing as like you said with the way that people hated Brady and the Patriots. But it was a hate, but it was a respect.
But I think that there's more discounting of their wins than there is actual respect. I think people are going to continue to say
Oh, the Chiefs? I don't think so.
that they're getting all the calls and that there's a bigger thing at play here.
Yeah, a little. I mean, yeah, there are those people who are like, oh, the NFL just wants them in the Super Bowl, blah blah
Yeah.
blah. But I think that Mahomes specifically is like nobody is at any point like, oh, he's overrated.
No, I don't
No,
think I
agreed.
even-
but
even
it's
knowing
like
nothing.
it's like Steph Curry when Kevin Durant was on the Warriors. Like
Right.
up to that point, everyone loved the Warriors.
They couldn't believe that this guy who had revolutionized the game, playing it his way, had ushered a team, to beat
Is
LeBron.
Taylor Swift the Chiefs' Kevin Durant?
That's a good point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much so.
Ooh, interesting question.
It's like they had it all already. They're winning championships, and then you go get fucking Taylor Swift.
If Taylor Swift
Yeah.
were dating our tight end,
Right.
we'd be there too.
Right. Why did Taylor Swift have to go join a team that had just won the Super Bowl? Did she not want to challenge?
right.
Did she not want to bring a Super Bowl
Right,
to
right.
a
She
city
didn't
that
want
was
to. Maybe
starving?
Maybe her next boyfriend.
Shit.
She'll
Right.
start. She'll
Go
start.
date fucking David Njoku on the Cleveland
Yeah.
Browns.
Yeah,
Tell you
yeah,
what,
yeah.
Go date Sam Laporte on the
If
Detroit
she's dating
Lions.
David Njoku, I don't think she's flying home from Japan for that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That's not happening.
I think any of these gentlemen would have an equal chance with Taylor as Travis if they went to IHateStevenSinger.com and got themselves a 24 karat dipped gold rose for her for Valentine's Day, which is coming up. I don't know if you guys know this. This is an ad. I've transitioned into an ad. That's how good I am. You can't even tell. But if you go to IHateStevenSinger.com, you can get yourself. I have these roses right in front of me. They're looking so beautiful. And there's red, there's pink. We have been talking about this nonstop. They're sponsoring the show for a couple of weeks up until Valentine's Day. Yeah, grab one, G. Oh, look how beautiful. Grab yourself one. They're so nice.
Yeah.
Love it. IHateStevenSinger.com for these 24
Francis,
karat
you're going
dipped
home. We all got
real
roses.
Yeah, wow. Sorry, Francis. You're out.
Oh no, I have to go home.
So this is fabulous. A really, really good Valentine's Day gift for anybody in your life. $59. IHateStevenSinger.com. Go, and figure it out. But I also think that you guys are not realizing, and I'm excited to break the news to probably Tommy and Francis, who aren't connecting all these dots, is that not only do people believe that this Chiefs Super Bowl is calculated, created by the NFL, whatever, Taylor Swift wants to be there, the 49ers winning is equally suspicious, because I don't know if you guys know that there is the same thing happening over in the 49ers with Olivia Culpo and what's his face? Christian McCaffrey.
Oh.
And then we have Kyle Juszczyk and his wife are over there.
Harvard grad.
And it's a lot of
For Kyle.
What do you mean, same thing?
it's as like Taylor and Travis.
High
dating
profile wags.
Brittany, yeah, high profile wags.
Gotcha.
And that
I mean,
are
Taylor
involved.
Swift put.
Yeah, it
no,
makes
of
Olivia
course.
Culpo look like a fucking joke.
No, for sure. But I'm saying that like Olivia Culpo and Kristen Juszczyk and Brittany Mahomes and Taylor Swift are bringing in the female audience that they're looking for. Okay, and Kristen Juszczyk is the one that keeps making all of the custom clothes for the wags. So NFL this year, if I've learned anything, is they will stop at nothing to incorporate women. And I think that having two high profile sets of wags for the Super Bowl doesn't dispel any.
They made Alex Earl date Braxton Berrios.
Alex Earl's dating Braxton Berrios. Yeah, they held her at gunpoint to do that. And the Dolphins went pretty far. I heard about the Dolphins more this year than I ever have. And I work in an office with Frank.
Part
That's
of that
Alex Earl was involved.
And part of it is that they were the Hard Knocks in-season team featured.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. We have a couple calls here. Someone says, Thomas from Chicago says he has a Taylor Swift family dilemma.
Oh.
Maybe let's see.
Oh, God.
I'm wondering what other teams have high-profile wags.
I wonder that too. Thomas, what's going on?
Simone
You have
Biles
a Taylor Swift family
Packers?
dilemma. Is that real?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
What's the dilemma?
So it's between I feel it's between me and my sister, and it's starting between me versus my sister and my mom.
Oh, shit.
I like to say first, again, I like Taylor Swift, no problem with her. I think this started. So I'm a huge football fan, die hard, no ins and outs of football, like the whole shebang. So my team lost the playoffs 2 weeks ago, and look, I'm a fiery person. I get rowdy, scream and yell, but then every time I do that, I get shit for it from my sister and then my mom, and they say, "Oh, it's life," and it's just a game. But then they get all but then so I'm like, okay, fine. I have very thick skin, but then when the whole Taylor Swift, I forgot the whole movie docuseries or whatever it's called, came out, and then but they're getting the same rowdiness for that, and then I'm getting pissed off because I am someone where it's like I can take shit, but then once it's like the whole poking the bear. Once you poke the bear, Like I'm gonna say something.
So you want to be able to give shit back to like they're diehard Swifties and you're a diehard sports fan and you want to find even ground.
Yeah, that's just kind of hypocritical of them.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
But here's the thing.
Oh, what's going on?
Can I say? And then what pissed me off more? And I'm gonna say something like I yelled. They said you can't scream and yell when there were kids in Gaza and Ukraine have no place to live. But then when they scream and I got but then they're but
this is your mom and your sister guilting you with Gaza.
Okay,
that's like the new finish your meal. There's kids starving in Africa.
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah.
That's
can't
crazy.
yell about the ravens.
Yes, except that the children of Ukraine and Gaza are not facing silence. It's not. The screaming is not like the food.
Yeah.
To Africa.
Keep going, Thomas.
So my whole thing was, again, I like Taylor Swift. I like her music on. I listen to it. It's just not my number one artist again.
Okay.
But I think it's just the whole hypocrite was you can do one thing where it's you scream and yell and cry. Again, I cry at football. It's it's the whole thing where it's one's a sport, but it's you can do it in a stadium and the whole thing. And then my whole thing was again, I am someone's
my God, Thomas had a double espresso shot this morning.
Can we end this call?
Yeah, Thomas, I love you. I love you to death. Thank you so much for calling. We'll talk about what you're doing. Oh, wow. I don't know how many times I could have said
Thomas had to spit it out a little bit.
Thomas had to spit it out.
I
love Thomas for calling. We love Thomas for calling,
Thomas.
So I understand his dilemma. His dilemma is that he can't be as loud and proud.
He just needs to tell his mom and sister that they're hypocrites.
He needs to tell them to fuck off.
Yeah. Which in any other capacity, I don't like the big loud sports fan, but I can't talk shit when I'm screaming about Taylor Swift. That's just a fact. You can't do it. You have to have the self-awareness to know that. And now we've all. I
think that was a big conversation, when Taylor like first started coming to games. People would be like, I just don't get Swifties why they scream and yell.
Yeah.
It's well, NFL fans scream and yell.
Yeah.
And then why don't we all just come together?
I don't believe what he just said.
I believe what he said because
I think
the Gaza thing seems like a stretch.
That seems crazy. I don't know what the fuck that was about. I think that maybe it was exaggeration. Maybe he's reading off a script or something. I don't know. But
that's what I'm referring to.
That was a lot.
Yeah, that was all really weird.
Yeah.
But thank you to Thomas. We don't, we appreciate people who call in and want to have a thoughtful conversation. And it sounds like he's got a difficult time at home, and so maybe if he needs to move out, he can go ahead and download Rent.App, and we can. Do you guys like my transitions? I'm trying to make
Very
them
seamless.
part of the conversation. Thank you.
It breaks it a little when you pause
when
to
I
ask
say,
if we liked it.
Yeah. I just need reassurance is what it is. But we have Rent.App, which Rent.App has been on radio before. We were involved in Rent.App earlier in the year when we were giving out a little bit of rent to some producers and things. Paying rent, something we all have to do. Let's be honest, it could sometimes be a bit of a hassle. But if there's a way to make it easier, more straightforward, and even beneficial for your financial future, introducing Rent.App, the ultimate tool for renters everywhere. You can head to the App Store and download Rent.App today and follow Rent.App on Instagram and Twitter. We have an exclusive deal here on Barstool Radio. Go to Rent.App/Barstool to get $50 cash back on your first rent payment. And if you're a landlord, go to Rent.App/landlord to get paid on time without the hassle. You don't have to, no more trips to the ATM, no more mailing checks, and no more managing balances in multiple apps. Just pay your rent, which is fabulous. Rent.App. I think that the conversations like that just happened are going to happen even more so in the next couple weeks before the Super Bowl. I think that people are in a pickle. People are in a spin cycle. They don't know how to act. They don't know who to hate, and everybody's hating everybody. So, and I don't know. There was a video, I sent it to Nick. We don't have to play it, but it was from the New York Post, so I don't know. Don't play it actually. But the Taylor was on her way out to the field after the game, and people were screaming bloody murder at her, saying you ruined the game of football, and this is all your fault. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, those people aren't well.
Yeah, unwell.
Yeah, they are unwell.
They're unwell people.
Yeah.
Unwell people. But anyway, all that aside, Francis, I actually have been waiting since the start of this show to hear about what you did this weekend, because you said that you had a cultural weekend.
Oh.
And I feel like maybe you've been chomping at the bit to talk about it.
Oh no,
But I'm dying to hear about. I'm dead serious. I'm dying to hear about it. I've been wanting to hear about it this whole time.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I had a good weekend. I went to the Henry Taylor exhibit at the Whitney Museum.
Oh, very nice.
Which was, if you're ever in New York, and you're wondering what to do, the Whitney Museum, among other museums, is
I've never been to the
What is
Whitney.
it? Where is it?
in the
In
meatpacking.
Meatpacking.
It's right across from to La Pocora Bianca on the corner.
Gotcha.
It's very close to the Standard Beer Garden.
Yeah, it's next to
Kitty
that.
corner to that,
On the
or that's
ground.
kitty corner to it.
An
Anyway,
art museum or
Yeah.
history?
Yeah.
art,
Modern art.
and it's modern, but it's not
But it's not really.
out of bounds modern. And I went with a few friends that I don't see very often, whom I did not realize had become so knowledgeable about the
Where's
art
she going?
world.
Do you know, Kelly?
No, I don't know. Maybe she's.
Oh, it's
she's
Fran.
coming back. She was in. I thought she was in Florida.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
That's Gia's sister, Fran.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out Fran.
I was curious to why she had her suitcase.
She probably flew in this morning.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry, Francis.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't
Your
really
friends, the
care
friends that you went,
anymore.
they were most more culturally inclined than you anticipated. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. Well, we drank a bunch of wine, and we went to Soho House first, which
Ooh.
is always a tricky thing for me because I'm
Packing one.
I'm a very visible detractor of Soho House. I hate
Sure.
that. I hate
I
them.
thought, I was gonna say, I thought Soho House
Why?
wasn't cool anymore.
It's not cool unless somebody invites you, and then you're like,
Mm.
fine.
Why do I
Why
not
you
like
hate
it?
Yeah.
Because I just think it's the most self-important, self-congratulating group of dick fucks ever.
Agreed.
You go in there and everyone's looking around and
Mm.
patting themselves on the back for the fact that they're there, but it's no longer, the barrier to entry is not as high as it once was. It's not as discerning of a membership. If you really are somebody, you'll be at Zero Bond or Casa
Yeah, I only go
Cipriani
to Zero
Exactly.
Bond usually.
at this point.
Exactly. Yeah.
Soho
That is
House.
true. That is true. Soho House, it's like you can.
They went public and they expanded too much, and
Agreed.
they've kind of lost the
Their food
quality
sucks
control
now.
of
Yeah.
their membership.
What
Services.
is the point? It's like a social
a-
club.
Social club.
It's a
What's that
social
mean,
club,
though?
yeah.
You
There's
just
there's
fucking sit
couches
around?
everywhere. Yeah, you sit around, you drink. There's couches everywhere. People have meetings there. People like at my old jobs, we used to go all the
They
time.
have food?
'cause- Yeah, they have food.
but it's mediocre.
It sucks now. Yeah,
Or as
it
you
was.
might say, it's mid.
Ah,
It had a point where it was pretty good. Like it was fun or whatever.
Yeah, it used to be cool.
The one in Meatpacking,
so did you just
has a
go and you were
pool
like,
on the roof, but
I
you,
went because that's where my friends, they're members, and they were like, "This is where we're going." And
Okay.
I have
who
friends
am
who
I
are
to-
members too, and they still like it and go. But I always roll my eyes. I'll always go. I'll always if invited, but I always roll my eyes.
Yeah. But we went, and the one thing that's good is that they only have a $20 corkage fee, so you can bring your own wine and really tee off.
I
And
never get that cork fee. Like they charge you to cork your wine.
It's
Yeah.
it's so that you
They can
don't
make some
just
money off
yeah they
booze.
lose restaurants make most of their money on
Right,
alcohol.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
And if you bring your own wine, you're kind of
Yeah, it's very hard to find a BYOB spot in the city, I feel like.
It is
maybe true,
There's a
but
pizza place in East Village that is BYOB, but I think they have an uncorking fee as well, like $20, which is not bad.
most
really good pizza.
most restaurants that I you should just ask, because a lot of the time it'll be like $40 a bottle,
Yeah.
which based on what I'm bringing is much less than what it would cost to buy that bottle of wine on the menu, because they charge like a 2 to 2.5% or 2 and a 2.5x upcharge fee.
Yeah.
Based on what you can buy wine for at retail.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you know your way around a wine menu?
I'm getting there. Yeah, I'm learning it.
I don't know at all, but I'm always impressed when I go to a dinner with friends and they're like, "Oh, we'll do this one is from this year." I'd like to maybe just start to fake it, probably.
Mm.
It's
Yeah.
really
this one's
easy to fake
this
it.
one's dry.
It is very
It's really easy to fake it. It's also easy to start recognizing certain ones that you like. That's what I do. Like I know
They all taste
certain
the same.
names of ones that I like, and I'll look for those names or places from similar year in a similar place. and
Chianti,
usually kinda-
Montepulciano,
I like
Pinot
Montepulciano.
Noir, Pinot Gris,
Right, right,
Chardonnay,
I don't know if you
Sauvignon
need to
Blanc.
You need to put the accent on.
What do you- I'm not.
all
Am I doing an accent? Sorry.
Just
Not all
naming
Italian.
varietals.
Sometimes I just
They're
slip,
not all
slip
Italian.
back
is the
into
thing.
Italian.
Yeah.
No, but I like that you like Italian wines. Those are
Oh yeah.
He doesn't
I mean,
know the difference,
I hope-
Francis.
Yes, I do.
No, he doesn't.
A rosso or a bianco.
Oh,
He's just saying
see.
Italian words. He's not,
I only
Chianti,
drink Italiano.
Montepulciano.
Io
That,
bevi Italiano.
that one is yeah.
the reason people get snobbier about like French wines over Italian wines is that Italian wines, while spectacular, they tend to be huge productions. Like they'll put out large allocations of the wines, And so people kind of say, well, there's not as much scarcity, and therefore maybe there's great Italian wines. We drink
Really
a
good
really
ones.
good.
Trust me, I know.
I want to do a wine tasting on this show on Barstool Radio.
Be
I'm
fun.
trying to figure out how to get somebody legit in here, or if we do a silly one where we buy a bunch and we pretend like we know what we're talking about.
Not a bad idea.
We do both options.
We went to this Henry Taylor exhibit. He's an artist out of like L.A. and I think maybe not Brentwood, but I don't know. I want to say like somewhere, some low income area, and he does a lot of portraits of Black struggle in a modern way. And he
Is he white?
No, he just said
Would have been.
portraits of Black struggle.
Well, he could have been white doing that. Which I
Yeah.
thought
Well, that would be
Would be a little
crazy.
bit fucked
I don't think
up.
he'd be in the fucking Whitney Museum. If
Look
that
at
were
all
the
these poor black people.
yeah.
Sorry, Francis.
But no, he'll do, and it's pretty cool. And one thing that really stood out to me is that I learned from my buddy who's very into art that the time an artist spends making a piece has no bearing on its perceived value. That there are certain artists who can make a painting, a big painting, in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And that painting will be worth 100
Totally.
times more than a painting that took someone a year to paint.
That's why I always like
Interesting.
feel a little weird when I go to the MoMA, because I see like a canvas that just has red paint on it,
Yeah.
and I'm like, why? Is
Yeah, but
that-
I think I'm with you on that point. But what I didn't realize that like truly that there is no, even among like top artists, there's no belief necessarily that someone who does a very quick sort of abstract, imperfect portrait,
Yeah.
that is any less worthy or talented than someone who spent meticulously like years and years trying to create
That's interesting. I would have thought there'd be like a sliding scale of creativity in that way, but I guess really it's just however.
Is it common knowledge how much time an artist spent
Yeah.
on it? Like,
Yeah.
will it say under the thing this artist spent?
No, but I think people are aware of the different styles of artists, especially ones that become famous. And I certainly think that if I were to become an artist, it'd be a lot more fun to be the guy just
yeah, totally.
throwing shit at the board, being
Sure.
like, wow, I got the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go get some chicken.
It makes you wonder though, like the people that, yeah, for real. It makes you wonder though, like the people that spend all that time, do you think that they resent those who don't and take them less seriously? Like, I wonder what the struggle is within the art community. Like, do they, like, how do you gain respect? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you say you do something and yes, you work forever and it looks beautiful and it basically looks like a photograph. It's so good. It's a painting, you know?
Yeah.
And somebody who does maybe more modern, like a Rothko, something like that.
Rothko. Yeah.
Rothko. Would you think like,
Yikes.
well, I don't know the name. I didn't say I knew the name.
Very
Rothko.
unsophisticated, Kelly.
Why is it
very
unsophisticated? Do you know what a
It wasn't-
Rothko is?
No, I'm
So
just
shut the
kidding.
fuck up.
Oh boy,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
By the way, that was a gentle correction and not a
Yeah.
mansplain.
I know
hope.
that, and
Yeah.
I was looking for it because I didn't know. God damn it! But so, I forgot what I was saying now.
Way to go, Tommy.
Yikes! If she didn't make that mistake, it would have never happened.
It would have never happened. No, if you didn't say anything, it would have never happened. I don't remember what I was
could
saying.
not
That
let
sounds
your
like a very
ignorance go by.
culturally
What was I saying?
Immersive.
immersive. Yeah,
It was great
weekend.
because we did some fun wine stuff, and then we did that, and then we just sort of walked around. It was a balmy day in New York on
Yeah, this weekend was
Saturday,
gross.
kind of like 50-ish, and so it was perfectly fine to walk around. And I haven't been in the city on the weekend in a long time because usually I'm on the road and stuff. And I have to say, walking around the West Village with a little buzz on, middle of the afternoon, we stopped and we went to Anton's.
Ooh, love Anton's.
Good restaurant,
Yeah.
incredible wine list, and
Yeah.
we lit ourselves on
Their
fire.
wine list is crazy.
We rebuilt the flame
Hell
and spent a lot of money. And then I was drinking Boulevardiers at night.
Ooh.
This is a Negroni, but made with bourbon, and that's when things sort of.
I don't know if I've had that. You were drinking Negronis the other day. Are you a Negroni guy?
I love Negronis.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't like Campari.
Negroni with bourbon.
I'm not
I've
crazy about Negroni. I like Bellinis. I get those
Like
two.
a Bellini.
Yeah, like a
I love a
brunch, I
Bellini.
like Bellinis. I
Bellinis are
prefer them
delish.
to mimosas.
I agree because
Bloody
I don't like
Marys.
orange.
I'm a Bloody
Yeah.
Mary. That's my breakfast
It's
drink.
tomato
Bloody
juice.
Mary
You
is
can put pepper in a
for
drink.
me.
It's not a drink. That's what I always say.
Okay, last thing. Sunday, woke up, crushed myself with a punitive workout
Yeah.
to absolve my sins from the day before. And then later in the day, I went and played Padel.
What's that?
Do you guys know Padel?
No.
Oh,
This is the new hot thing. It will supplant
pickleball.
pickleball.
Ooh,
Padel. Can you spell it?
Padel. Now, some people, purists, will say it's pronounced paddle. The problem with
Okay.
that is it becomes very hard to
Oh.
differentiate between paddle tennis, also known as platform tennis,
Yeah.
padel, paddle, and now all of these racket sports that are popping up. But pickleball, it has been around for a while, hugely popular. I think padel, let's call it, is in a sort of glass cage.
Yeah.
You can hit it off the back wall. It's
oh, like racquetball.
no, because there's still a net, and
So
you're
just
playing
kinda
like
fighting,
doubles.
like
Oh,
with
oh,
yourself.
oh.
Oh. I
playing
was
two on
Still a
two.
net. There's still a net.
But there's a great Padel house that popped up in Dumbo where I live, and then they have ones on sort of on the west side, and then they have one in, I don't know. It's becoming hugely popular. If you haven't heard about it yet, you're about to hear a lot about it.
Oh wow.
Is it-
It's really fun.
Okay,
Can
interesting.
we pull up a video of it? I like
Yeah,
I like
Super,
I like
super
that.
fun. Yeah.
What's the difference between
This TV's
padel
not on,
and
by the way.
paddle?
Do you know paddle tennis?
Yes.
In a cage.
Yeah. Oh, so this
Wire cage?
Is, yes.
So Padel, good question. You play
Can
with...
you still play off the walls?
You do.
Okay.
I think the Padel surface is
Oh
turf.
yeah. Look at this. I
It's
see.
turf, and
Oh.
it's glass walls all around, except for a little bit of wire in the middle. And then paddle tennis is technically a winter sport, meant to be played outside
Yeah.
with a heated floor,
Heated floor, yeah.
prevents the ice from forming. And then Padel, I think, is more of a...
Summer.
There are so
Yeah.
many
Or
like
warm.
sub sports, like sub.
There's a lot of
tennis sports.
yeah.
I had no
there's
idea.
there's a paddle court at my country club in town in Chatham, New Jersey. So I always used to play paddle there.
It's so fun.
Yeah, but I was never good.
I love-
never knew how to play off the walls.
I love
That's
remembering the
I like
wealth
pickleball,
you
though.
come from, because there are so few.
Never felt poorer. than
So
this
few here
conversation, right?
that
Yeah.
would
I,
know.
I actually never belonged there. My parents never belonged there because we were never really in town enough. But
Too busy on
my,
vacation.
my
yeah, too busy on vacation at the other
I
house.
thought you were going to say we couldn't afford it. It just wasn't even worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's great.
yeah.
No, dip a toe, Gia. Welcome aboard. It's nice to
Yeah.
have you.
Hey.
Of course, I think, by the way, that your family is far wealthier than mine, which I admire. I admire that about you guys. Why didn't you belong? But you would go to play.
Well, because it was there's a golf and pool. There's a pool and everything. So we went to Martha's Vineyard in the summer. So we never used a recreational pool and stuff. And until we were really young. And then once we started becoming older, we just went to Martha's Vineyard all the time.
That's
So how
really
did you
nice.
go play paddle?
Well, because
tennis?
my friends were members. My
Yes,
friends were
yes.
members,
It's very fun if you've never played paddle tennis. That's lots of fun too.
I like all this, and I'm
Yeah, I
wondering.
like pickleball, paddle.
I love pickleball. I like anything that's like tennis. I like tennis is a sport that I enjoy. But the question I have for everyone is, why do we think that so many of these games, are people just desperate for games to play? I feel like games come and go in trends, but specifically,
It's also relatively easy.
I guess
it's
so,
not a
yeah.
hard
What
sport.
is it about it?
Yeah.
I think the thing that is pickleball is so great is that it is an equalizer of athleticism. So you don't have to be a freak to be good
Yeah,
at it,
yeah.
and that
Old people
when you play with someone who's not that athletic, it doesn't drag the game down. You're not just
Yes.
go easy on them.
yes.
True.
That it's a relatively slow moving ball kind of, and
Yeah.
you can still have a lot of fun with very a high variety of talent.
Yeah.
I've never
Um,
played. I'm itching.
Like my
to
like
play one.
86-year-old grandma plays pickleball.
Yeah, everybody loves that shit.
Yeah.
I would
and
smoke her.
myself
Right.
included. You would really
No,
like
Tommy,
I bet you would
honestly,
really like pickleball.
she's
Tommy.
fucking nasty at pickleball.
No, I probably would not smoke.
I'd kill her. I'd fucking end her.
I doubt it.
I promise
No,
you, she
no.
would not be able to.
No, my
stay on the
Mima
court
can
with me.
fucking rip it.
You're underestimating our.
You're
60-year
overvaluing
age gap.
her talent due to her age and due to your
No,
relationship.
he's
to her.
undervaluing
You're
her talent.
respecting someone who does not deserve respect in this case.
Sounds like you're disrespecting her Mima.
Yeah.
Well,
Sounds like
you
a-
want to prove it?
Call my
'Cause
Mima up.
it's gonna be like that game of fucking what was it?
Francis versus my Mima.
When Dave played the netball game with Blind Mike.
Oh, yeah,
Spike
yeah,
ball.
Just
Like,
didn't even take it easy on him at all. It's one of
One
the
of my favorite Barstool.
funniest videos
Love
I've ever
that.
seen.
Should we get Francis versus my grandma on a pickleball
yes,
court?
yes, we should.
Yeah, but if something bad happens, then the inheritance goes to me.
Oh,
Oh shit! Well,
I
no,
think that's
never mind. The
that's
game's
I
off.
get to
and
keep
we're
it.
off. Yeah, we're off. I need as much as I'm gonna get. I can't risk
need
that.
as much as I'm gonna
Yeah.
get.
Lovely. Yeah, no, Padel, very, very fun. By the way, shout out Frankie Borelli and the
yeah.
Barstool Pickleball Invitational.
Oh yes.
I know that's a smashing success. Give that a whirl if you check out their dates and stuff, because he's running that show and it's fabulous.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I think that it's this weekend. You were right. It was a little glimpse of the light at the end of the tunnel. Temperature wise, it was gray the whole weekend, so it was still as depressing as it's ever been. But right now is around the time where I start thinking like, okay, I either kill myself or wait for 3 more weeks and I'll be fine. Like it's that is the time we're at right now, and I think that we need a couple more nice days. And I think that the tides are about to change in the best way.
We always get
Really, February's the worst
We get
month.
fake spring. I feel like in
But
February
fake spring gives me
you
enough
get
of a-
fake spring for a few days where it's like a little bit of a taste of warm,
Yeah.
a little teaser trailer, if you will.
Gives me enough though.
I hate February.
I don't like February either.
It's
but
my birth month.
But the teaser does give me enough.
Yeah, and then
carry
it goes
through.
back to cold, and then maybe around April.
Gia, are you hitting that R in February? How do you say it?
February?
Yeah, you're hitting it.
She's hitting it. Yeah, she's hitting
February.
How do you even
You're
pronounce
saying it phonetically, which I don't see that often.
February.
How do you say it?
A lot of people just ignore that R.
February.
First R.
Oh, February.
That's what most people say.
Yeah,
February.
I never noticed that.
I don't have a
February.
problem with it. I'm not
February?
scolding.
Oh yeah, interesting.
This is not a scold. This is just a
Like
It's,
how you're
uh,
sitting.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I like. Look how Francis is sitting.
And that is a
This is not a
non-scolding
scold.
sit. Yeah.
This is not
Yeah.
a scold.
I'm amused.
He's sitting like Drew.
I'm amused.
He's sitting
I also
like Drew
have-
Barrymore
Yeah, he
on her
is.
couch.
I have crazy back pain all the time now.
From
Oh,
Padel.
I
fuck.
have to just constantly readjust to figure out a way that's not painful.
Well, I don't think the Padel is
feel you
going to
on
be
that.
helping.
And I don't know what to do. I'm certain this isn't the solution, but
What about icy hot?
I don't know. It's just I've tried
Icy
a
hot
lot.
doesn't do dick. I'm sorry. Sometimes it does. Sometimes it does. I take it back. But like, I wish it would. I wish it would help long term. I'm having a hard time. Are you a stomach or side sleeper?
No, I sleep on my back. I had to solve that a long time ago. I had a very
fuck.
bad eye injury.
Oh damn.
Oh.
I'm.
I used to sleep on my stomach. When I was a kid, it was horrible.
Oh terrible. I'm sorry for laughing.
No,
What happened?
it's fine. But
What
I
happened?
was a goalie in
Oh.
youth soccer, and I came out to stop a breakaway, and the kid just kicked the ball right into my face.
Oh.
And
Oof.
your eye socket is one of those natural evolutionary protective things of your eyeballs, where your eye is set back around the bones.
Yeah. Orbital bone, right?
And the ball just hit in that one perfect spot where it destroyed 280 degrees of the socket lining.
Oh.
Oh my
and,
God.
And I have permanent eye damage. I'm very much at risk of cataracts.
How old were you?
I must have been probably 11.
Oh,
Broke my
Jesus
nose.
Christ.
this is
And
kid. Does he play for?
Yeah, did
I
you
used to get injured
Play
all
for
the time.
Argentina now or something?
Yeah,
Like,
what
who
the
the
hell?
fuck
Yeah.
is this kid?
His dad was the chief of police in Falmouth, and
Oh wow.
I always wished
Falmouth is a great town.
that we had defunded that police station.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
But no. Anyway, why was we were talking about this?
Weekend.
Because
No.
of
Your
eye-
back pain?
Oh,
Your back
because
pain.
after
You
that,
had to sleep on your back?
I had to.
Oh yeah.
They said it like they had to set the eye or something, and I had to sleep sitting up and on my back, and they were like, "Do not sleep on your stomach."
Did you have to
anymore."
wear an eye
I had to
patch?
do that for 2 weeks. Yes,
Holy shit.
That's cool.
eye patch, and then
People make fun of you?
no, because they knew it was because of a bad
Oh.
injury.
Right, of course.
I feel like kids in my school definitely still would have made fun of you for wearing an eye patch.
For sure, definitely.
There was a kid
yeah.
who like broke his tailbone or like his coccyx.
Coccyx?
Yeah.
Oh, forget
And
it.
he
You
had
break your
to-
tail. You break your,
He had
your
to bring
butt bone in
yeah,
school.
Yeah, he
forget
had to
it.
bring, and it was really bad. He had to bring a pillow, and
Oh,
we'd be like, "Your booty pillow," like, "Yes, wear a booty pillow."
poor kid. I got made fun of. I had an injury.
It's so stupid.
That sucks so bad. But it's true. Kids are so mean like that. I had an injury in 2nd grade. I got and I told the story a million fucking times. I was on bumper cars and my dad was there and we were, all doing bumper cars. I didn't weigh enough to be there. I was in 2nd grade, like I said, and I got whiplash. I got hit from the backside, whiplash, hospital, neck brace, whole thing. I got to stay out a week. I got to stay out of school for a week. No, literally, Gia. Exactly. She's the kids in school. I had to stay out of school for a week, and then I had to go back to
I'm
school.
sorry, but getting whiplash
No,
on
facts.
a bumper car is like.
No, I was a wafer thin child.
No,
Like,
I was gonna say you probably weighed like.
I was like 30 pounds.
yeah.
Yeah, literally. I mean, it was crazy. Like I should not. Nobody should ever let me on there. The problem is I was tall enough, so they let me go. That's.
I used to
always been
think
my
the
thing.
kids on crutches were cool. I thought it was cool. when
Yeah,
a kid
you
had-
wanted to
Crutches
be on
is cool.
crutches.
I wanted crutches so bad.
and you
of
wanted a
course,
cast because you wanted people to sign your cast.
sure.
I was
for
finally
sure.
lucky enough to get crutches was over the summer because I tripped over
Oh.
first base in a summer league base.
Oh no.
I didn't even get to enjoy the fruits of my spoil.
Why did you have to have? You tripped over first base.
Yeah,
and-
tore up my knee bad.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to beat out a bunt.
I was on
Oh,
crutches
shit.
like half of my sophomore year.
That's awesome. No, I feel like it was
you're
actually.
on
I am
crutches.
jealous
I feel
of
like it was
that.
cooler in like 4th grade. I feel
Yeah,
the
like having a
kids-
like in high school and you're on crutches is just kind of lame because like you want to like hang out with your friends and then like you're like on crutches and
That's
like
if you could have crutches for like a
lagging
couple
behind.
days, like a couple days of crutches, that'd be cool. But
Right.
crutches
Yeah.
you usually gotta have them for weeks.
Well, now I would not want crutches. I mean,
No,
remember when
never in,
Dukes
like-
was on crutches? My
Oh
God,
my
what an
God.
idiot.
It was so embarrassing. It's very embarrassing to have an injury like that as an adult.
or the one leg scooter.
Yeah.
Oh God, I would do the one leg scooter over.
I would do the
uh,
one leg scooter over
the crutches for sure. I don't have upper body strength like that. But yeah, so I had to waltz into my 2nd grade classroom with my neck brace on for 1 day or 2 days or something. And my teacher, as I walked in, Miss Ryan, I will never forget you. She said, "Oh, you look like a giraffe," and that stuck.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, that'll,
So that stuck
yeah,
for the rest of my life.
That stuck.
She's
But then I
awesome.
moved to a new.
I got called a giraffe a lot too. It's
Oh,
the
it's tall girl
problems.
shit,
Yeah,
tall girl
yeah,
shit. Yeah.
I was 5'8" in 5th grade.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was close. I don't know if I was 5'8".
Freak.
I was close though. Same shit, G.
Jesus Christ!
That's what girls. You're full height literally by like 8th grade.
I was
like,
insanely tall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely.
Your teacher just like, oh my God, you look like a freak.
Yeah.
What freak of nature just walked in here? Oh yeah,
All
it was
the guys
a
are
freaking
so fucking
animal on the
short.
basketball court
Yeah.
and the lacrosse field. Just freaking bodied girls. It was awesome, and
It's
then everybody
amazing.
caught up to me, and I sucked.
That is a daydream I often have of bodying little girls on the lacrosse field. Now, like going back to like little league at like 3rd grade and like, as a fully formed adult and just,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know if
just
I don't know if I'd be the best player on the team, but I'd be top 4 players on the team. I bet I'd be top 4 to 5 players on the team.
I used to have that sort of daydream as well.
Yeah.
Well, I always have dreams that my basketball coach, like, I'm at the game and my basketball coach is like, we need you to come and like play, like we're down a player. And
At
I'm
your
like,
current age.
yeah, I have dreams about
And you're like,
that.
don't worry, I got.
I'm like, I
that.
got this. Like, I have
can
my
do it.
uniform.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just relive the glory days a little bit.
that would be nice.
My
I don't
senior
know what
year,
glory days I would relive.
we were playing NYA
3rd grade,
North
I
Yarmouth Academy in the Western Maine or Southern Maine semifinals. So whoever won that game went on to the state championship to play Kenny Bunk, who was not even in our league.
Bunk's
So
good.
basically, this was the de facto state championship, and we were
Okay.
at NYA, and we had 3 minutes left on the clock. We were up a goal. I had the ball, and I saw Jack
sport was
Gross
this?
lacrosse
Oh.
open on the crease, and I remember thinking, well, they've left him. He's so open. It would almost be rude not to throw him the ball. And I did, and he panicked and quick-sticked it right into Stephen Hansel, their goalie's chest,
Oh.
who then brought the ball down. Than Wellen scored, and then they won the next face-off and scored again, and we did not make the state championship my senior year.
Fuck.
And Jack Gross
Damn.
had the gall to DM me a week ago
A week ago.
to say that I think he was coming to New York City and wanted to go to a show. Might I be on stage anywhere? I said, do you think I have fucking forgotten how you cost us my legacy? What the fuck? I have not stopped thinking about how stupid he he was in that moment. And because
that's so
I was so much better than everyone that even with 3 minutes left,
Yeah.
I could have just run wind sprints with the ball.
So you were that good on your high school team?
So
Yeah,
what?
I
So
was best
how
player
did
in
you
the
let them score 2 goals?
Wow.
It was Maine.
Really?
I was an All-American. I mean, I'm not blowing
yeah.
smoke
I know.
here. It was
I-
just not like a
It
huge
was blue chip.
state for the sport. And yeah, I could have just run with the ball and run the clock out, and we would have trounced Kenny Bunk in the state championship, and I would have won and cemented my legacy.
Damn. So is that like the one thing that like keeps you up sometimes?
I'm not even kidding you. And to Tommy's point, I think about when I was in college playing and the shape that I was in. If I could take that boy and put him back in that moment with 3 minutes left, how easily I would have just won the game for us.
I think that's a valid thing to let like
Yeah.
sit
How
well
many-
in the back of your mind, you know?
Right.
Like
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
imagine how many guys on my like high school lacrosse team, because like kind of the same thing happened. This kid gave up a pass. We lost the game. Del Barton came back and they won. And I'm sure that kid is just still to this day like, I can't believe I did that.
Some people would say that Kit Smith might have been the best player in the state that year, but we never played them because they were in the division below us because they were a
Pitt
smaller
Smith
school.
is a name.
Actually, they were kind
Kind of a
Smith.
That's,
friend Rob's
that's a sick
babysitter.
name.
and I would give him credit. He
Pitt
might have
Smith
been a
is a
little better
sick
than I
name.
am,
Your
but he went
friend-
D3. He
Your
went to
friend's
Bowdoin.
babysitter is the same. Is
No,
Keith
it's
Smith?
different. It's an old Irish woman.
Oh right. Okay.
It's a good guy. I don't have anything against Kit.
How many goals would you score like a game, an average lacrosse game? You attack?
Patrick?
I was a
Attack or
midfielder.
midi?
Yeah. I don't know. Like in high school,
Yeah.
3 or 4, something like that.
You're a real Patrick O'Rourke. That's in my FP nights.
I feel like that's
used
cool.
to play in elementary school lacrosse. Hated when I got the ball. I was a
What
field
sport did you play?
lacrosse. I played
Really?
lacrosse from 3rd to 6th grade. 4 lifetime goals.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I hated it,
What,
but
did
when
you
I
play
got
baseball?
when I got the
Yeah,
ball
yeah.
though, oh my god, please no.
I'm sure the whole team was like,
get
get
it away.
rid of it, get rid
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, all our good players were middies, and then attack would just be there to try to draw the defense away. From
I just always hated girls lacrosse because I felt like it was like the like it was just like lame. Like you
There were
can't
more
hit people.
rules. Yeah, there were so many more
Yeah.
rules.
You needed to
many more
play a
rules.
woman's sport where full-fledged hitting was involved.
I mean, not hitting, but like body
little bit of roughing
contact.
up, yeah.
Like
What's rougher?
lame.
What's rougher?
women's basketball, women's soccer is so much more rougher
Way,
than
yeah.
women's
Really?
lacrosse. Yeah,
Interesting.
women's
Absolutely.
soccer.
Women's soccer
they
is
like
fucking
fucking
ruthless.
yaga like their ponytails and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Women's soccer. The soccer
Yeah.
girls, you didn't fuck with the soccer girls. That
No,
was
you don't fuck with the soccer girls.
there was a big I don't know if it was like this in your guys' high school, but like the girls who played sports, like the field hockey team and the soccer team, were like cool. Like those girls
the
were cool.
lacrosse team and
and so it was like, oh, everybody respected them, whatever. And so we would, we'd support, we'd watch their games, we'd like cheer them on, whatever. And they were fucking brutal. Like they would beat the shit out of people. And
Oh
they
my
were
God,
great.
it's
like the
crazy,
team was
yeah.
really good, but I was always surprised by like how intense it was.
Yeah.
Basketball too, but they usually got the doors blown off them in basketball.
yeah, I never liked that about girls lacrosse. It's like I want to like get a little physical.
Yeah.
And you just like push someone a little bit, and it's and then you line up around the thing, and the girl gets to run straight forward. It's like what makes
Yeah, it's like
no
cheating.
sense.
It's like these rules are put in place to maybe like not make it so intense, but then it accidentally makes it like lame as fuck.
yeah, it's so
So-
stupid.
I wish Pat were here today.
I know he would hate all.
To
of it.
listen to Gia talk about wishing that her female sport had been more physical and like body checking.
He wishes.
if he didn't call you a lesbian in that moment, I
Be the word. That's what I'm saying. That's all his.
I would have reported him
That's his
to HR if
vibe.
he didn't do it.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
something's
whatever.
wrong with
Or
Pat.
you could just say I'm really tough and strong.
Yeah.
And I'm not scared. I'm not a pussy. So whatever.
All
Just
very
fearless.
lesbian traits.
Everyone's fearless.
I
Everyone's,
think you're reading the definition.
Whatever. I can never win. So.
you can never win. Nobody can ever.
No.
We'll never win, Gia. Don't worry about it.
No.
But all right, let's wrap it up for today. Thank you guys for coming to hang out. Go check out the Yak and check out the rest of us for the rest of the week. See you later.
Bye.